Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We're here again to unpack some interesting developments.
Yep, ready to get into it.
Great. So today we're going to plunge into, well, a world of zombies, basically. Gore, guts, all that fun stuff.
Sounds good. Dead Island, I presume.
Exactly. Our mission is to dissect this pretty thrilling tease from D. Silver and Dambuster Studios. They're hinting at what looks like a sequel to Dead Island 2.
Okay. Yeah, that's been making some waves.
It really has. And I mean, if you've been following gaming at all, Dead Island 2 itself has been just massive.
Oh, absolutely huge.
It just blew past 20 million players, which is colossal, right?
Phenomenal numbers, especially when you think about how long it was in development.
Totally. And that number got a big boost strategically from services like Xbox Game Pass.
Right, Game Pass really opened it up to a wider audience. It's not just about initial sales anymore.
And, get this, the timing for these sequel hints, right on the 14th anniversary of the original Dead Island.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. That feels deliberate, not just a coincidence.
Doesn't it? Seems very well played.
It certainly feels like smart timing. And you know, that 20 million figure, it's not just a number. Like you said, platforms like Game Pass, they've sort of democratized access.
What do you mean?
Well, it means you've got this huge, diverse player base now. Some people might be totally new to Dead Island, but they tried it on Game Pass, got hooked.
And now they're invested.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Dambuster has this, gold mine of player data and a much bigger engaged audience than they might have had otherwise. That has to affect how they plan a sequel.
Yeah, it almost guarantees a built-in audience waiting for the next one.
Precisely. Which gives them that perfect runway, as you put it, for this tease.
Speaking of the tease, the way they did it was pretty brilliant, I thought.
The artwork, I mean.
Yeah. The official Dead Island social media, they just dropped this artwork.
Mm-hmm.
It's Jacob, one of the playable characters, right?
Mm-hmm. Looks like him.
And he's hitchhiking. Looks like he's geared up for a proper American road trip. And the text, when there's no more room in L.A.
Yeah. Nice little nod there.
So what's the play? Why do it this way? With a subtle hint instead of, a big, flashy cinematic trailer right off the bat. What's the strategy?
Well, I think it's actually a really clever, community-focused approach for a couple of reasons.
Okay.
First, it kind of respects the players, gives them clues to chew on, to speculate about. That builds hype more organically than just dropping a trailer.
Right, lets the buzz build itself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And second, it lets them gauge reactions to potential new settings before they go all in, which is smart, especially after the, let's say, extended development of Dead Island 2.
Good point. Testing the waters.
Definitely. And that artwork gives away quite a bit, doesn't it, if you look closely?
The stickers on his luggage.
Yeah. Hints at places like the U.S. Midwest, Ireland, even Australia. Wildly different locations.
Super diverse. Moving beyond LA, which was so distinct, that really opens things up, doesn't it?
It totally does.
So let's play with that. If they did go to the U.S. Midwest, what could that look like? How would they make that feel? Dead Island, but, fresh.
Oh, the Midwest offers a fantastic contrast to LA. You're swapping that urban sprawl for, vast open spaces, maybe desolate farmland.
Cornfields. Abandoned diners.
Totally. Imagine zombie fights in cornfields or creepy, isolated small towns. That American Gothic horror vibe.
Okay, yeah, I can picture that. Different kinds of zombies, maybe.
Could be. Instead of butchers and screamers, maybe more grotesque things shaped by that rural setting. Local folklore mutated. And the weapons.
Celebrity golf clubs.
Probably. More pitchforks, chainsaws, maybe stuff you'd find in a barn or workshop. Improvised farm tools. It's a different kind of survival, a different desperation.
Interesting. And then Ireland or Australia, those feel even further from the established vibe.
Right. Way different. Ireland could lean into, ancient myths, Gothic castles, misty landscapes.
Zombies slaying in medieval ruins, rain-soaked villages.
Exactly. Maybe even zombies with, a sort of banshee scream or something drawing on Celtic folklore adds a whole new cultural layer.
And Australia.
Australia's fascinating, too. You've got the unique wildlife potential zombie kangaroos, maybe.
Oh, wow.
And the sheer scale of the outback. That intense sun, the isolation. Survival horror takes on a different meaning there. Scarce resources, the environment itself being hostile. Each place is a completely different sandbox.
So, okay, they waited ages for Dead Island 2. It's a huge hit. Now they're teasing strategically. What does Dambuster saying they're already drenched in the work on the next outbreak really tell us?
Well, I think it's a strong signal. It says they're committed, they know their audience is there, and they're not just resting on their laurels.
They're capitalizing on the momentum.
Absolutely. Given how many people played Dead Island 2, how much post-launch support it got, this next step feels planned, not just a whim.
So it suggests the next game isn't just an idea, it's actually underway. A properly resourced project.
That's how it reads to me. Building on what worked, building on that identity they finally nailed with DI2 that resonated with millions. It sounds serious.
Okay, well, that brings us toward the end of this deep dive then. The anticipation for whatever comes next in Dead Island is definitely high. It's exciting to think what Dambuster's cooking up.
It really is. And maybe something for you, our listener, to think about. Dead Island 2 had such a strong sense of place in LA, right?
Totally defined by it.
So thinking about these hinted locations, the Midwest, Ireland, Australia, what specific cultural bits or unique environments would you want to see them explore? What would make a zombie slaying road trip to one of those places truly fresh and memorable for you? What gets you excited for that next outbreak?